The community of Montebello is mourning the loss of a beloved high school assistant football coach. Gabriel Arellano died earlier this week from coronavirus complications.
Now his family is reaching out to the community for help with his funeral expenses. KCAL 9's Candace Crone spoke with friends who remember him as a loving father and coach.
From his big, bright smile, you could tell Gabriel Arellano loved helping to coach Montebello High's football team. When he was off the field, he was a dedicated father and husband. On Tuesday, the 39-year-old died after contracting COVID-19. Mark Paramo is a close friend and coached with Arellano at Rosemead High for several years.
He was there for a lot of personal issues in my life. He was just that kind of guy. He was the support system for a lot of us, including his own family.
He says Arellano called him last month for his birthday. Soon after, he learned his friend of 13 years was in the hospital, and just over a week later, he passed away. Arellano's wife, Raina, 14-year-old daughter, Lana, and 15-year-old son, Nathan, all got coronavirus too, but recovered. They are uncertain how or where he contracted the virus.
Really, it was just leave the house, take the train to Commerce, drive his car to work, drive his car to the train station, jump back on the train. And that was his daily routine. He wasn't necessarily out and about.
Who knows how he contracted it? We still don't know, but he did. And he did his absolute best to fight it. And, now he's in a better place.
Edgar Hernandez coached alongside Arellano at Montebello High, where he says the team looked forward to the joy he brought. The players tweeted this picture with the words, "We chose this photo because he can be so clearly seen on the left with his smile. You will be with us forever, coach." Relatives said Arellano didn't have any known underlying medical issues, but was working hard to lose weight. Friends started this GoFundMe page to help his family with funeral expenses and to make sure his children have what they need.
Aside from just being a friend, he was a brother. He would be the guy that if he had $1 left in his pocket, he'd give it to you just so you could get something to drink or something to eat.
Arellano was going into his third season as receivers coach here at Montebello High School. If you'd like to help with funeral expenses, visit our website, kcal9.com. Reporting in Montebello, Candace Crone, KCAL 9 News.
All right, and for the record, I know we got some people joining in, and shout out to my broskies, Chris Serrano. Thanks for tuning in, brother. This is a pretty personal and I guess, first and foremost, I want to thank everyone for reaching out, for sending their condolences to everyone. I think a lot of people had no idea, like the history that I had with this man. Of course, Roger did, and of course the family did. But other people that met me at a later time in my adult life didn't realize, how much he actually meant to me and how it all started. I mean, I'm going to give you guys a lot of context here, and so is Roger, because actually, fact here is Roger actually knew him before I did. But let me see. I think Sonia, are you there? There she is. And you're muted. Unmute yourself.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't want to do meetings. I'm here.
No, I mean, we can share the link, but I think we can only fit 10 people in this thing.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, nonetheless, I wanted it. We have 3, and I think Jesse was going to join in as well.
Okay. Let me know. It was just to one person.
Yeah. That's fine. Look at Chris is saying hi to you, Sonia.
Hi, Chris. I wish I was seeing you under different circumstances.
Yeah, well, I went to go pay them a visit today and kind of touch base and see him and Audrey. But what I wanted to clear up too is there's a couple things that God bless, Candace Crone from KCAL 9 and CBS. But one thing I need to clear up is that I believe Nathan is not 15. His son, I believe, is 17. He's a senior in high school. And 2, she mentioned that I coached alongside Gabriel at Montebello High School, but the fact is I have not yet coached at Montebello High School yet because of the pandemic.
Right. Right. You were going
And I was looking forward to so much to coach alongside. Wait, Chris actually correct. He's 15. Wait, I thought he was like 16 or 17. So he is 15. I thought Chris, isn't he a senior in high school? He's probably like a wonder child where he's like, I'm 11. I'm going to Cambridge. That's dope. Well, I didn't know. I thought he was older because obviously he's like 7 feet tall. And it looks just like his dad too. So, same as my daughter. No. But yeah, just to clear that up and just to give people that have met me later in my adult life some context, I met I met Gabriel first, but I met the entire Arellano family in 1994, believe it or not. And the story is I transferred from El Serrano Middle School, junior high. I'm not originally from East LA and Montebello. I mean, I was raised in Boyle Heights and parts of East LA and South Central, believe it or not. But East LA and Montebello was kind of like a breath of fresh air. But at the same time, I was very estranged to a lot of things there because it's different. I mean, Roger grew up in that environment. Yeah. And I don't know what's the best way to describe the neighborhood there, like the whole block. Is it kind of like I like to refer to it as a concrete jungle because that's exactly what we grew up.
No, I think it's quieter than that.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the intersections that we grew up in, they're loud as fucking filled with traffic.
We lived on the busy street. We lived on Olympic.
Right.
So that one's that there's traffic going by all the time, but literally a block over, it's really tranquil. It's peaceful. It's quiet.
So nonetheless, the way I met Gabriel was, and I was sharing the story earlier, when I first transferred to Eastmont Intermediate, which is where I wound up attending 8th grade. And I need to set the record straight. I only attended 1 year. I didn't attend before that. I know a lot of people were like,
it was 7th grade.
I could have sworn you were there. I could have sworn. I'm like, no, I was only there for 8th grade. He was the first person I met. And seldom have I told the story. And I think I've only told Roger once. But the way I met him was, I basically, oh my God, Sonia's messaging, are you sure Mandela effect? I don't know. I know a lot of people tell me that, but I know for sure the reason I moved out of City Terrace is because of the domestic violence that I endured at home. So my mom also saw that I was getting into a lot of trouble. I was already starting to hang out with the gangbangers, that type of shit. So she saw it as an opportunity to bail.
You had your gang name already.
Yeah, all I needed. It was just the gang initiation, which is the blood in, blood out part. You just get jumped in, and
should I tell them what they used to call you?
What my old nickname?
Your old nickname?
Fanta.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, was that going to be my neighborhood name? Probably not, but...
why did he call you that? And then they told me it's because every time we saw him, he always had an orange Fanta in his hand.
Chris said the great white hype. Damn. And it's... Okay, so I move over in the summer of 94 to Saybrook, and very different. I even felt like the vibe really, really different. So I spent all of July kind of exploring, still going back and forth from City Terrace and right there on the block. And then the fall comes around. So I registered to a new school, and I'm just like, where the fuck am I? This is so strange. Obviously, the girls are prettier. That's the first thing I noticed. Yeah, I'm shitting on El Serrano because there was some ugly ass broads there, dude. I hated it, man. I was just like, everyone looked like a fucking fodonga, dude. I don't know what
oh
the
my
fuck.
God.
Yeah, and Montebello was just different. And the first thing I saw when I went to Eastmont Intermediate, I'm like, oh shit, there's a burger joint right in the corner. Astro Burger.
Right.
The the locally renowned. You're like, oh yeah, remember we went to Kentucky? You're like, well renowned, like in 5 cities. But that was awesome. And then initially, my first class, I believe it was, I think I had Miss Pritchard. And I met him in his locker was next to mine. Like remember we had lockers as 8th graders.
Lockers, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
And he slams the thing and he looks at me. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, who is this Urkel looking ass motherfucker right here, dude?
He wears glasses.
He's like, hey, when you start coming to school here? And I'm like, it's my first day. He's like, hey, you want to play basketball at lunch? And I'm like, yeah, I want to play basketball. He's like, yeah, can you play? I'm like, bitch, can I play? He's like, all right. He gave me the stare. Like I could tell, like I was new, dude. Like nobody knew me. So you know how we were very territorial and tribal on that fucking campus,
right?
As 8th graders, which is crazy. So I go there and it's him, Joe Tisnato, his brother Andrew Tisnato, rest in peace. Bernie Ramirez, and Carlos Hernandez. Mm-hmm. And I think Mr. Weatherby was the one kind of supervising the ground, right? Mm-hmm. And the first thing I do is Gabriel comes up and throws a layup like nothing. I'm like, fuck, you got past me pretty quick. And then that's when I got the welcome to Eastmont elbow from Andrew Tisnato with the ball. He went whack, got me right here. Boom. I was like, whoa. And passes it to Gabriel. Easy. It was like, just give it to Gabriel, give it to Joe Tisnato. Give it to Gabriel, give it to Joe Tisnato. I was like, what the fuck? Because it was me and him versus them two, the brothers. Mm-hmm. And he's the one that told me, he goes, hey, you got to be more aggressive. You got to be more aggressive. Because we didn't play basketball like that in City Terrace. We did, but it was more finesse and shooting from the outside and whatnot.
Really?
Eastmont basketball,
I thought it'd be like more violent City Terrace.
No. I mean, it had its violent side, but nonetheless, I grew up with a team that was really good at outside shooting. I never did. I had to go in the paint and go hard, right? But this time, Gabriel was like, "No, you gotta." No, what did I remember? He told me, he's like, "Oh, stop being a pussy and just go ahead and fucking lay it up." And I'm like, "Oh, Juanito, look at Juanito, dude. What's Juan?" I met Gabriel way back when he coached baseball with my brother-in-law at Saybrook Park. He also coached my nephew. He was a great guy. Heck yeah, he was a great guy, and he was a great coach. And this is where I know he was a great coach, because he encouraged me to go hard in the paint, draw. I mean, obviously there was no ref. He said, go in there and just fucking go in there. Chris says, we always spank CT in tournaments. Yeah, man. It was that one fucking, oh man. I think you guys played at Saybrook, and then there was I think it was Belvedere Park you guys played at. I don't remember. But Belvedere Park was also a big proponent of, outside shooting and whatnot. It's weird because every park coached really differently. And then when we did play Saybrook Park, shout out to the grandiose of, kids basketball coaches. It's Ronnie Reese Sr. Mr. Reese was pretty badass, man. I mean, we had a bunch of great coaches there afterwards, but shout out to Ronnie, Big Ronnie, and Ronnie Reese Jr., my old teammate and friend. They were the ones that kind of put the staple on that type of basketball style there at Eastmont, because they were younger, but they had the same frame of mind. And man, I was a culture shock, Roger. I kid you not. I kid you not, dude. I was like, whoa, okay. I was in a different world. Everyone's a little bit more aggressive here, but it was like not like dummy aggressive. It was like, okay, there was a way to, like, especially Gabriel, he would always channel his athleticism differently, because he was amazing.
No, he was like that all the time on the playground. He would always.
And then came the ultimate test before I met you. The ultimate test was flag football tryouts with Mr. Jordan.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, shit, dude, like I was so intimidating because I was so intimidated because I saw a bunch of people that I'm like, God, these guys are pretty damn good athletes. What am I gonna do? and I didn't know what position to go for. And I'm like, well, I played quarterback at City Terrace. I could do it again, but I sucked. I wasn't that great. And I just clicked it. As soon the one guy that made me go, okay, I need to compete with this dude. It was Joe Tisnato.
Okay.
Very, 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 very cocky, very confident. And it was me and him. And believe it or not, Stephanie Estrada was trying out for quarterback too.
Really?
And so I at the same time, I'm like, okay, it's a girl. I got to show off. And this motherfucker right here is trying to beat me for the job. So I'm just going to go hard. And that's exactly what Gabriel was like, yeah, go. He said, throw me a fucking ball hard, bro. I'll go fucking get it.
He was always there.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, as soon as I would drop out, I would just put my whole body into it. And I would just see Gabriel from different angles, just catch. And then he'd go long. I literally just threw it with all my might. I was like, fuck. Because the only one other athlete at the time that could compete was Joe Tisnato.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always me and Joe Tisnato always wanting to throw to Gabriel. And guess what? That little rivalry that me and Joe Tisnato had in 8th grade carried on to our freshman year in high school. Well, guess what? The same fucking person, number 86, Gabriel Arellano. And but it was funny because I wound up befriending Joe Tisnato, and I was already living across the street at this point from the Arellanos.
Mm-hmm.
And but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it was weird, like, because I was friends with Joe Tisnato, but we were always competing for something, whether it be Madden. He thought he could beat me at fucking Street Fighter. I'm like, bitch, you can't beat me at Street Fighter. Get the fuck out of here. And Juanito says, hey, wait, is that Pachuco Roger from Casa Camino karaoke this in the flesh?
Yes, it is.
Piece of shit car. Piece of shit car. That's Roger.
Fuck, dude.
Sup, Sergio? It was an honor playing with him at Sure and also at Eli. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys did play at Eli. And I believe, if I remember correctly, Gabriel once picked off Cade McNown, who was the UCLA quarterback in the mid to late 90s. I remember. I think we were seniors when he was still a quarterback, if I remember. Sonia messaged me saying, I used to call Gabriel non-tackle Gabriel. He got mad at me. Oh my God. So yeah. So Sergio confirms it. Yes, sir. Yeah. So Cade McNown was, they were playing a 7-on-7 against UCLA. And I think Danny Farmer was on that team too. And Roger, this guy, Danny Farmer, used to be a wide receiver for the Bruins.
Mm-hmm.
He was like 6'5". He was a volleyball player, a men's volleyball player. Jumped like a grasshopper. It was ridiculously it was absurd. Like a human can't jump that high, I saw. And I was like, holy shit, like what the fuck? But here's the thing is I learned so much about Gabriel, not only as a person, but his athleticism.
Yeah.
As adolescents. And there was some things, man, to be honest, Roger, I could never catch him. That's one thing. He had him and I think two other guys had the fastest 40-yard dash time on the team. And I remember, who was it? I think it was a coach from, I forgot what Division I school that we were at I think one of a passing league tournament. I forgot where, but I never forgot this coach saying, "Oh, we need to start recruiting these Latino kids because they're faster than their white boys." I remember saying that. I never forgot that, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And white boys were like, and I'm like, "Oh man, that sucks. Why you hating on your white people for, man? What the fuck?" Is it David Cabral? David Cabral goes by Jimmy Scumma on fucking Facebook, and I love him, but he talks a lot of shit. Shout out to David Cabral. And fuck the Braves. Go Dodgers, motherfucker. He gets all mad. Yeah, man, it was crazy how fucking what's up, Warren? Christopher Arellano, Speedy Cabral. Damn, you guys got nicknames. And shout out to the Pierce family too, man. You guys were a staple for us kids growing up at Saybrook, and telling us like when to register early, especially because that shit would fill up quick, Roger. I swear.
For the sports?
For any fucking sport. I missed so many goddamn deadlines, man.
I only did Little League at Saybrook.
Well, Little League was fun too.
Yeah,
Little League was fun.
Yeah.
Tacos.
I think maybe David Cabral was in my team one time.
David was always a baseball player too. I remember. What's up, Anthony? What's up, my man? What's up, dude? It's funny because Anthony and Aaron and Jay, shout out to all the Marrero brothers. There's like 14 of them. I'm kidding. They knew Gabriel very well, man. Hi, Nadia. Sorry for falling asleep on you on Friends New Year's.
That shit was hilarious.
And snoring after like beer number 13.
That was hilarious. Because your snoring lit up your screen, dude.
I was so fucked up. Sergio says, I remember when Gabriel fought for the starting free safety spot at ELAC for the first bowl game in years. Really? Shit, man. See, that's the thing. I never got to see Gabriel play at ELAC because I was already at Whittier.
I was working.
Yeah, you're a Video Express on Olympic and Garfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look,
that's why I missed all of like Nadia. She was telling all these stories about your parties and shit. That's why I missed all those, man. All of those parties you guys had. I'm like, where the fuck was I? And you're like, oh, you're working, dude.
They weren't really parties. We like to refer to them as speakeasy gatherings.
Same difference, dude. Shit. They all sounded like fun. I heard
just say the brother guy was on fire. And Warren said, where's Yvette Lopez? Wasn't she and Gabriel most athletic at Eastmont? Yeah.
Yes, they were.
You know, it's funny. Yvette, I think Yvette's still around. Because I know her brother is on my Facebook friends list. Because I played with them in high school too. Yeah, Yvette. You know what's funny is me and Nadia here got voted biggest flirt in 8th grade.
Yep.
And they were voted most athletic, her and Gabriel, Yvette Lopez and Gabriel. And God, I have my yearbook at my mom's. I would look at it.
I can't find mine. I put it somewhere and it's not where I thought it would be. So it's
but nonetheless, I mean, aside from, you know, I'll transition into an adult life. But all throughout high school, I learned so much about what he can do athletically. It was kind of weird, Roger. Like, I'll give you an example. Besides football, right? He went and joined the track team, right?
Because he was fast.
Yeah, obviously that was a given. He was fast, and then he walks. Then he walks over to us, right? The throwers,
right?
Just discus and shot put. I'm like, you're a wide receiver, dude. You're not gonna be throwing. And then I just saw the shot put go. I'm like, so you want to be on the team? And but the thing is, you couldn't do no more than I think 4 events or something like that. With the track team as a whole, like you couldn't do no more than 4 events, and you had to coordinate each fucking event. Because there were people high jumping, and then they were going to do a fucking 200 meter fucking run, and then come through a discus, and then cool down or whatever, and then do triple jump. It's so fucking weird. It's like, God, you can. Now I know, like the cathletes, those guys are, those people in general. I'm like, no wonder you need IVs on the brakes, man. That's some crazy shit, man. So who was the class clown? Esteban, and who else? Little Dolores. Yep, sounds about right.
No, I remember him because, like you said, I've known him longer than you. Actually, I've known him since 3rd grade, and I had him in my 3rd grade and 4th grade class at Montebello Park Elementary, and I started going there when I was 3rd grade was actually when I started going there because. I used to go to school in South LA. Where my mom used to take me to like a private school for like preschool, kindergarten, 1st grade. I remember those in 2nd grade. My aunt convinced my mom to say, oh, you know, you should just enroll him here. It's closer to the house. I'm like, oh, all right. So we went there, and I had my third grade class, and that's where I met Gabriel. And like I told the story to everybody else, it's like when I met him, I kept seeing, like, we'd be sitting in class, and there were like these bungalows, like these trailer type things, but it was like a room, but it felt like a trailer, and it would be kind of dark, and every time the door would open, it would get really bright, So
Right.
during class all the time, we were just, doing our work, and all of a sudden the door would open and Gabriel would walk in, and he would just go to his chair. I'm like, who the heck is this cat? Like, why is he like, and I finally I asked him one day, I'm like, how come you're always late to class? And he's like, I have speech class. I'm like, speech class? It's like, what? Like, what is speech class? Because I didn't know like what speech class was. Until later on, I figured out, like, someone told me, it's like, oh, it's because he's got a speech impediment or a lisp, and I guess they're teaching him. I didn't know what was going on in that class.
I guess he was doing RSP, something like that.
I really don't know, but all I know is I remember him from that class, and then in fourth grade, we had Miss Tenna, and in the playground, that kid was just unstoppable when it came to, like, playing games like dodgeball and all that shit. We just couldn't get him, And there was one time
he was a pain in the ass when it came to easy games like that too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You cannot beat him.
I remember one time I told him that there was kids making fun of Chris because I was a hall monitor one time, and there was this bathroom like outside of the class, and there was a lot of shit going on in the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? People were like making fun of Chris. I saw Chris there. I was like, what the hell? What are they doing? And they're just poking fun of him. And I told Gabriel, I'm like, yeah, dude, there's a bunch of kids making fun of your brother Chris. And he's like, so he starts, yeah, he's stupid. He would make fun of Chris too because he would pick on him. He would laugh. Like, well, that's fucked up, but I would laugh too because, Chris was a little guy. Like, he was little, and they were always going he's like, I kicked their ass later on.
I kicked their asses later on in life. You probably did.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
I even told Gabriel, I'm like, I think we were a fucking monster with your brother because, I didn't really pick on Chris. I didn't. But I saw that in him. I'm like, I was thinking, I'm like, you motherfuckers pushed the wrong button on this motherfucker. He's gonna fuck you up one day.
I really didn't do anything to Chris either. I was just like, just leave him alone, But he always had that like look on his face, And
I knew that.
I saw it.
Yeah, because I remember getting bullied and picked on early in my life too, and later when either you grow the courage to fucking punch him in the face, or do something about it to stand up for yourself, then okay, you're the bad guy. Now it's like fucking Daniel Russo is the real bully because
sure.
he retaliated against Johnny. But see, never.
Yeah, no, it's just I just couldn't believe it. It's like, wow, you're like, you don't really care about your little brother, huh? He's like, no, he's just like, no, he's stupid. That's how he remembers. Like, yeah, he's stupid, and he laughs at him. It's like, I mean,
oh man, I swear.
When we were kids, I never really hung out that much with him because I lived in the other direction from the school where he lived. So, I always hung out with Armando Murillo and, his neighbor Jose. We would always just ride our bikes around the block and everything. It was just, that's how it was. Only until Eastmont when I started seeing more of Gabriel. And then I met you and we just started to hang out some more. And, things went downhill from there,
Well, it's fun. It's interesting because I stood at Shore High School. You were forced to transfer to Pioneer or some fucking stupid bullshit to this day that someone refuses to fucking squash it, which will remain nameless. But
there was more.
I got to. Now after high school, that's where things got really, really personal and interesting. I'll never forget when I started playing in a band. Jesse had a girlfriend named Damn. I'll just say the first name. I'm not gonna say the last name. Her first name was Erica. And wait, what did Nadia say? My grandma used to walk us over to his house to talk cheese mill with Cable's grandma. Yeah, that's right. That's right, dude. So Jesse had a girlfriend named Erica at the time. I didn't like any of that at the time. I don't know why. It was just all bad news. And this guy, Gabriel, he's like, hey, Dick, why'd you fucking write a song about her talking shit? And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I know your fucking show. Just play that. Fuck that bitch. And I'm like, ooh, don't threaten me with a good time, right? So I'm going, fuck, man. I'm like, and then I'm talking to my bandmates at the time. I'm like, hey, man, I got this idea and there's a lot of emotion behind it. And I got a pen and a paper. I'm gonna write this shit. And I spelled it pretty interesting. Let me see if I could spell it out here for you. I spelled it like this. I spelled it like this. This was how I spelled it, like that.
Okay.
That was the name of the song. And the hook of the main hook of the song was it was she's not who you think she is. That was like repeated like two or three times in the chorus, the main hook. But the actual fucking the verses, it was just completely just demeaning to this person.
Right.
And then came the day where we were actually going to skip the song live at the Whiskey when we played there.
Wow.
And I didn't want to play it because she was in the audience. And then this fool, he's like, you better fucking play that song, Dick. Fuck this bitch. All right, fuck this bitch. And
okay,
I'm
wait. All right.
Was
this before or after everything came to light?
Before.
So you guys were pretty much already knew.
I had an idea.
Okay, you had a feeling.
Yeah, I always trust my inhibition.
So Gabriel suspected as well? Because he seemed like he was really adamant.
He did. I mean, I think there was some stuff that, oh shit. Just one word. This is an offline conversation that I'll have with you, Roger. So
Right.
we'll bookmark it. We'll put it in the parking lot. We'll discuss it later. But nonetheless, yeah, no.
You had an idea. Okay.
I had an idea. So Juanito said, my brother-in-law texted me about Gabriel. He always called the kids scrubs and always motivated the kids. He was a great mentor, best assistant coach ever got. He got Vanessa inspired to play basketball. She only played because of him. That is awesome, man. And yes, he would call the kids scrubs. That is crazy. And let's see, Sonia wants to come in. Hold on. Turn on your mic and camera, Sonia, if you want to come in.
Yeah, I think that would be
baby.
cool. I mean, if you're commenting,
I was about to get into my PJ.
So check this out. I don't think what mystery box? What mystery box?
No, what mystery box? Please, it doesn't include me.
Wait, hold on. No, because he's like, tell them what was in that box. Your mystery box. Oh, so okay, Sonia, you need to hear some perverted
oh God. I don't know if I could handle
Hi,
it.
Kim, how are you?
Oh, there's Kim.
So every Sonia's on Facebook. Are you, Sonia?
No, I'm not.
No, she's on the live stream, Kim. This is just a link, the
Kim,
link
please
that I
don't
sent
scare
you guys.
me. You know how private I am. Please don't scare me. I'm surprised they put my real name and my real initial.
Chris is triggering me with this story. I gotta tell it. Hold on. So for all 4 years of high school, I would carpool with oh my God. He's like, oh no, you have to talk about graduation. Oh my my god! I'm getting permission to do it, man.
Okay, well, just
Chris is the heir to Gabriel, so I'm gonna do it. Hold on, look at. Oh my god! No, you have to tell
there's
him.
so much going on, dude. Pick one and go with it.
Okay, I'll start with the mystery box that
All right, mystery box.
Chris is referring to. So Sonia, check this out. 4 years of dealing with these two fuckers fight every morning over stupid shit like socks or a bowl of cereal that I so justifiably took, and just I would always jack their cereal for some reason, and I think I was probably the primary cause of that fight. But like, who fucking my Lucky Charms, dick? Fuck you, dick! It wasn't me. And I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm over here going, right. So I got tired of this shit. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, think hard here, Edgar. What can you do to really just equalize the situation? So I brought my mystery box, Sonia, full of VHS porn, right? And I'm like, one day they were arguing. I'm like, hey, wait, guys, I got a surprise for you guys. And they're like, what the fuck? I said, what, dude? What are you talking about? Boom. Shoebox. Remember the shoebox, Roger?
Yeah.
About the shoebox.
Yeah.
I put it in Sonia. I put the VHS in Sonia. I'm like, and then and they're like, I saw fucking Gabriel's face is like, did she fucking swallow it, dick? Oh my god, I'm fucking. And that was the equalizer. I'm like, all right, if I'm not gonna separate these guys are not gonna stop fighting. And guess what? Slowly but surely, they stop fucking fighting.
Okay. All because of porno.
All because of
my
porn.
gosh.
Nice.
Yeah, I was not expecting that story.
What's up, my man Andy?
Wow.
Oh, Garo. What's up, Garo? Oh my god, Garo. Good to see you, man. All right, that's one. I was like, wait, Roger, I forgot to post on your page to tell you this the very next day after we had our group chat. My girls and I were outside, and guess what happened? A hummingbird flew over and hovered next to us for about 5 seconds. It was amazing. Yeah, it's crazy. She told us that. I was just like, what? Fucking Roger.
We had that conversation, and like I said, it's like if you're a spiritual person or something, we talked about it, right? And then you would see things if you believed in that stuff. And for me, like I said, I don't know if it would happen to you, but keep an eye out for hummingbirds, because usually that means that they're close by. So yeah.
Okay. And then Kim said, I kid you not, my oldest said, look, a hummingbird. Okay. But let me get back to, okay, Renice asked about, I have to tell the Cheeseman about Erica and the song, and what did she do, and why did we dislike her so much? But in order
Cardinal,
for me to
please send me those lyrics. Please send me that song.
I have it somewhere.
I had heard it as a rumor. I didn't know it was true. So please send it to me.
Okay. So because there's like 2 renditions of it, and I have the main one because it was a rough draft before it actually became a song. But I have to start back. This goes back to what Chris is referring to, which is, I have to talk about graduation. So, but Kim says she wants to talk about porn.
Awesome. Let's do that.
Anyway, look, on 1999, our graduation year, Roger obviously graduated from Pioneer High School, me and Sonia and the rest of the crew, class of 99, Sure High School. Unfortunately, my brother Gabriel did not walk with us because he was a super senior, and he was bummed out. He went home. I walked all that shit. I went to go find some parties I can attend to, and him and Jesse were at the pad on North Side, and this person, Erica, was there too. And Erica offered some graduation perks. And what do you think it consisted of? I'll leave you to the imagination. See if you can guess.
If it was anything like her lap dance she gave me one time at that party, then I can probably imagine.
She did give you one. I remember that.
Yeah. Like, hey,
Yes.
I wasn't even expecting.
Yeah.
I was just sitting at the lawn chair, just chilling, drinking a beer, and all of a sudden, oh, what's she doing?
Look at Sonia's face. She's like, "What the fuck?" So
yeah,
that's what happened. And oh my God, Jen Solana, don't be scared. We all know the story. She's gross. Kim's like, I'm scared. And I wasn't there, unfortunately. I was down the street, actually up the street on Brady at a party. And I mean, it was cool. Oh my God, Lisa, I remember her. Yeah. So, I mean, this is obviously a long time ago. I mean, a lot of shit is, dead and buried, but not forgotten, obviously. And so that was 99, right? And I didn't hear about the story, Sonia, until I joined the band next year. So I went to Whittier. I tried out my semester there. I didn't like it. I was like, damn, this is, for one, I go, this school's expensive. I need to go back home. And football didn't work out for me, obviously, because I got injured and I had to quit, all that shit. And I joined a new band, and they tell me the story, and I'm like, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, she, it was like fucking Demi Moore and fucking striptease, dude.
Really?
In the garage.
Really?
As a token of, hey, I know you didn't graduate on time, so here you go.
Really?
And, yeah, like even kid, I knew something was up that night because I went to his house to bring him something. I think it was ice cream. We were still together at that time, and I knew who was acting straight. Oh, brother, I know you're fucking listening to me right now. You're like, fucking shut the fuck up, boy. Stupid asshole. Hey, remember that one time you fucking vomited when I took you out? It was funny, huh? And yeah, look at Chris. He's like, yeah, she almost broke my door to my room. Damn you, Kim. Oh my God, this is so.
Oh my gosh, Kim, what's going on?
I was not there. If I was there, I wish I was there.
A rumor about graduation. I never knew what it was. I just know that she was included in the rumor. Oh,
rumor happened. Yeah, busted big time.
Kim always had her suspicions.
Young,
thank you, Carlos.
Fucking testosterone.
The truth.
So I mean, but me, I was like, okay, well, if obviously, like, if I had a clue or even an idea, obviously I would go with them. But this time I had nothing to do with it. But the minute they told me the story, I'm like, I'm gonna write a song about this bitch. And then the one egging me on was Gabriel. So I wrote the song, right, Sonia? And I didn't want to play it that night, and she who must not be named. Well, let's. I'm not gonna. Her name is Ka. That's how you spell it. Ka. And I played the song, and she fucking cheered it on.
Right.
She liked it because all eyes were on her. Because Sonia, I went on stage, and I remember announcing this for the first time. I'm like, this song goes out to my homie right there, and that bitch ass girlfriend that's right next to him. This song is called Ka. I mean, I said it all the way through. And mosh pit starts. Everyone starts getting crazy. It was like the most popular fucking song, Sonia. It was crazy. From that point on, we had to fucking play it at each and every gig. And at that point, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, why is this song so popular? I'm trying to talk shit about a bitch.
But she thought, well, okay, she liked it.
She liked it. That's the problem.
Because she thought it was about her.
It backfired. Yeah. I swear. Look at Warren. He's like fucking Ed, the original wedding singer. Give me time. Do you really want to hurt me? So, fast forward, our adult life. My 21st birthday, Sonia. I'll never forget this. You know me, I didn't really drink or I didn't do anything in high school. I mean, I smoked weed, whatever. But my 21st birthday, when I was legal to consume alcoholic beverages.
It just meant you could do it in public.
Guess what these two motherfuckers came? They're like, it was like literally like beer bus fucking the wagon that we went on, Roger. Dude.
Okay.
I'm like, what the fuck? Jesse calls me with his cell phone. They used to be like, get the antenna out and
then you. Oh, okay. Those kinds.
It was like this skinny. It was silver. It was an LED. It was fucking crazy because he got rid of the pager. And it's Gabriel calling me from his cell phone. He's like, hey, hurry up. He doesn't have enough minutes. When's the last time you heard that, by the way? I'm like, what? He said, hey, stupid, get downstairs. We're going to take you to fucking TGI Fridays. We're going to get you fucked up and you're going to vomit. I'm like, I'm going to what? He said, just get downstairs, stupid. Hurry the fuck up. I'm like, Dick, he's like, all right, I'm going to come upstairs. I'm like, no, don't come upstairs. So, I fucking, I get dressed, whatever. I was like literally in basketball shorts, dude. So I went to TGI Fridays in basketball shorts. And Asia, they take me to TGI Fridays and right there in Hacienda Heights. It's like La Puente, Hacienda Heights.
Right.
We were drinking beer the whole time. And this is where I remember Roger saying this a long time ago, is a beer before liquor. You're never sicker. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. I'm like, whatever. That rule went out the fucking door when I went out with these guys. So I'm drinking Bud Light, Budweiser, all this shit that's coming my way. And he's like, hey, here's stupid. And I'm like, what? It's a buttery nipple. I'm like, what the fuck's a buttery nipple? And I'm like, okay, so I drink it. And it was one of those creep fucking like liquor shots, dude, that as soon as I took it, I was like, oh boy. And he's like, oh, drink this one. He bought me a Scooby snack, whatever the fuck that is. And I'm like, okay, I took that. I'm just like, all right. At this point, the room's starting to spin, like move in certain directions. And then finally, he's drinking something and he got something else. And then he gave me, he's like, drink this stick. I'm like, what is it? He's like, it's called Tokyo Tea. And I'm like, a Tokyo? He goes, yeah, it's from Tokyo. And I'm like, this is from Tokyo. Yeah, they send it on a plane, so it gets you fucked up more. And I'm like, oh, okay. So my stupid ass drank it. I don't know what the fuck's in the Tokyo tea. And that's what did it, Roger. So I was like, okay. Like I got up, I was trying to, you ever walk to the restroom, you're that fucked up, Roger? And you're like, this is not going to fucking end well.
Yeah.
And oh man, look at Chris. He's like, we just read it out, Gabriel. He's mad at me right now, man. He's gonna visit me in my dream and give me a Tokyo tea, bro. And so we fucking we get back in the car. It's like maybe like 1:00 in the morning. And the minute I get in the car in the back seat, fuck, man. All I heard was like, I was like, oh no, dude, this is not gonna go well. And then Jesse driving like fucking, Michael Andretti and shit on the freeway. Oh God, it didn't help. And then they pull up to the alley right there by my mom's house in the back way where the stairs go up.
Right.
And I get out. I'm like, all right, guys, thanks a lot. I couldn't even fucking talk. I remember. I vaguely remember. And then I just get out the car. So I'm like, Dick, you have the child lock on. He goes, no, Dick, it's locked. And they were fucking with me because Jesse kept locking the door each time. And I'm like, Dick, get the one open. He's like, no, Dick, you push harder. I'm like, nah, I couldn't get out, dude. And finally, I opened the door and I almost flew out, right? And I get out. I forgot to take my seatbelt out. I remember that. I was like, oh, fuck. So I got out, whatever. And I'm trying to walk up to the stairs. And this jackass fucking Gabriel's in the back talking so much shit. I don't know what the fuck he's telling me. But all I kept hearing was "Go Dick." You kept making like that, and I'm like, "Oh no, dude, you are not doing that." And then I'm going up the stairs. He's like, "All right, Blesso, don't throw up, fool. Hey, don't fucking fall, dick." And I'm like, "I'm fine, fool." Right there on the steps, dude. He's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, Blesso, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah." And then he's going like this. He's going like this, Roger. Yeah. And, and I'm like this on the rail going, "Fuck you. That's what you get for talking." Again. So, oh man, my mom saved me and she got me in the house. But the next fucking day, you think that was the end of it? No, these motherfuckers knew my mom had to work on a Saturday. I was on a Friday, Roger. And I heard the landline fucking rang and I didn't pick it up. But remember I had the answering machine with the fucking cassette tape?
Yeah.
And we used to record all our calls like a fucking call center. I have so many. I think I have Sonia recorded. I have Samantha.
You would play it back at like twice as
When did I call? I'm like, hey, Carlos.
No, we would call you when Gabriel would and Chris would come over sometimes. It's so fucking crazy. It's like my impression. I've been around this man half my fucking life. I like literally I could imitate him in any fucking manner. It's so weird. Even when he's drunk. When he's drunk, he sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what he sounds like. And oh my god.
Oh no, she didn't. Oh, dude, I remember you got lost.
You know what? I think you guys know a lot more than I do. Where was I? You guys.
No, we had all of like our little separate. This man had so many experiences. It's like, where was I when this shit happened? You know, I'm in the same boat as you, Sonia. So, but there's some.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, part of their little crew. What the hell were these guys doing?
They had.
No,
I feel like the guys were doing a lot more than the girls were.
So Sonia, we were
going bowling and being good kids.
I don't know what it was, but something drove us to just. I have no idea.
Hey, you were curious. You were just curious. You just wanted to know.
Chris, good night. I love you, man.
Chris, good night, man.
Chris, I don't have your number. Can somebody give me Chris's number?
I will give you Chris's number.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Good night.
Yeah, me and Sonia we're out freaking cosmic bowling. We did cosmic bowling, all right.
Yeah, and then you guys did other stuff after you guys left us.
We didn't leave you guys.
You guys, I don't know. I'm using the term in general.
We want to go pump gas for like an hour. So, yeah, the next day they came over, they had a whole, I think it was a 24 pack of Bud Light. And, this idiot, he's like, I did catch. Boom, he hits me with a beer right here. Bam. And I'm like, what the fuck? And me not knowing, I opened it, dude. Because the thing was shook.
Right.
It was completely shook. And all over my fucking face right there. I'm like, oh shit, my mom's going to get mad. Fuck. So I'm desperately cleaning everything. And these fools are laughing at me. And Jesse's on the phone with somebody. But I guess what they were arranging was we would go to house parties a lot.
Right.
And this is one of our old friends, Marisa. She would always have house parties with her friends up in the Heights and shit. And they're like, oh, we're going to go to a party tonight. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I don't know what happened, but we wound up at Whittier College.
Really?
I don't know how that fucking happened. And I don't remember, man. All I remember is getting there because I used to room there, and then we had our friend Christine that was back rooming there at I think Johnson Hall. I forgot I think that was called. And I was like, I'm like, okay, old stomping grounds, right? But Gabriel was adamant he was always the first person out of the car, and then Jesse, and then me, and he's walking up, to, it's kind of like a slope. So you got to walk up. And all I hear is just people screaming, like if they're being chased by a fucking, by a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex, dude. It's fucking crazy. And I didn't know what was going on. I got scared and I hid in the trees. I was just like this, dude. I was all fucked up like that. And these guys they go inside the hall. So I don't know what they were doing, Roger. I think it was like a themed party. I don't remember. But I walked in and I'm like, okay, like, is it safe to come in? I thought something happened, like, oh shit. So I go inside and the minute I open the doors, I just see someone just tumbling down the stairs, boom, 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 like that.
Fuck.
And I'm like, okay, so what kind of party did I get invited to? What the fuck? The guy, I had to help him up. He was so drunk he fell, right? So I can't find these two. They're in a dorm room upstairs, I think, in one of our friends' dorms. So I go in there, Roger, and literally the cake party is literally the size of your room. Like the cake takes half of the fucking real estate in that room.
Fuck.
Yeah, so I'm hugging ass with like a bunch of dudes I don't know, and some chicks fucking literally her face is on my crotch. I was like, oh yeah, how are you? My name's Edgar. She's like, she's like that. And I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? So I don't know what they had in that keg, man, but I saw Gabriel like this.
All right.
And then I know the point of no return for Jesse is when he's like this. And now I'm going, oh fuck, this isn't good. And then that exactly my thoughts, Manny. Jesus, what did I just stumble into? Oh, we got some stories, man.
Stories.
So I exit the dorm, like literally, like just kind of like, shimmying throughout the whole thing. And I get through the door, and Jesse's outside, right? But he's walking around all weird, like Conor McGregor, dude. Like just like swinging his arms and shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what's going on here? And he falls down the stairs the same way that the other guy did. And I'm like, why motherfuckers are falling down these stairs? It's because the rail was broken. So they were trying to hold on to the rail and then boom, they would just fall.
Wow.
So obviously the rail would break their fall. Jesse doesn't remember this to this day. I remember I was right behind him, but he fell and I had to break his fall just by holding on to a stupid fucking Kansas City Chiefs jersey. And and then this dumbass is right behind me. Hey, hold on for me, Dick, hold on. I'm like, don't touch the rail, you're gonna fall. What does he do?
Grab the rail.
Yes, and he fucking falls and he tumbles into both of us like a bowling pins, dude, and we fall all together. And then here comes campus security. And I waved at him like, we're good. And then they just drive away. I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay. So I'm like, all right, get up. And Jesse's like, I'm fine. I don't want to go back. Get some more beer. And I'm going to get in my car and we're going to go on another party. And you're not going to do anything about it. Okay. So fuck you. And like that. And I'm like, and Gabe was like, yeah, Dick, we're going to go fucking. We go outside, and I'm going, okay, I'm going to have to drive this car. No, this motherfucker would hide his keys from me inside his crotch.
Oh, God, really?
So I wouldn't purposely get it. And I'm like, and each time I told him, I'm like, hey, let's go to the restroom. And he's like, no, I'm going to pee right here. So he'd pee in the tree, and I'm like, you motherfuckers. I'm waiting for those keys to just fly out, and I just snag them, right? And it didn't end well. And I remember clearly the way the night ended was...
What do you mean it didn't end well? Like you grabbed something that weren't keys?
No, we never got the fuck out of there. But what wound up happening is Jesse fell with Gabriel on on the concrete steps of Johnson Hall. And I don't know how they're not dead, but they both landed like sideways, and I'm pretty sure one of them, I heard a thump, like a skull thump, boom. And I'm like, okay, someone's gonna die. And no, man, I had to fucking just kind of drag them. My friend Christine helped me out, but she was all fucked up too. And I'm just like, man, what am I gonna do? I have no idea. I'm like, I'm not gonna call an ambulance because no one's really hurt. I go, but these guys are fucked up, man. What the fuck am I gonna do? And I'm just like this, sitting down with them like that. And then all I hear is Jesse. And then Gabe was like this. And I'm like, these motherfuckers fell asleep on me, man.
Oh,
on the concrete stairs. On the concrete stairs, and the party's still going on in the background.
Oh my God.
And I'm going, fuck, man. Like, what am I gonna do? So we slept on the concrete stairs for like an hour and a half. And I made sure they were like sideways, because I'm like, if these guys vomit, they're gonna choke on their own fucking vomit. And I never forgot, because that fucking concrete was nasty and it was cold.
You didn't carry a camera with you back then, huh?
No. All I have is my memory. Damn, Leonardo, I'm telling you, drunk people bang their heads on concrete and get up like nothing, just like some mad stuff.
Wow.
Oh my God, that is so fucking crazy. So yeah, that was one story, and that was just 1 year. That was 2002. And then came other episodes. Like, for example, the most mild episode I had, and Roger was there. Shout out to my friend Hector Munoz, who's been a teacher for like 30 years. He had his housewarming party right here in Rosemead. Yeah. And Rena and Gabriel attended the party with us. And the first thing Rena said was like, you guys party with your teachers? That's weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, well, we know them personally. Like, they weren't that much older than us. She goes, yeah, but that's weird. Who the hell parties with their teachers? And I'm like, you just jealous because you don't have no teacher friends.
No, it's because Hector was awesome because, he always had booze. So we knew that we were going to be able to drink when we go to his house. Cool. So like, yeah, why not?
We drink at BJ's and go to AMC and watch fucking whatever movie was playing.
God, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
And the couple times when Gabriel was already coming over, because Jesse got deployed to Iraq. I think he was on his first or second tour. I don't remember. And I remember, Sonia, my 22nd birthday party, I had it hosted there at his house, and they had a stripper for me. And
yes, I remember that.
Yeah, and they were all there.
I mean, Gabriel was there. Chris was also there too, right?
Yes, I think they had left already when we went to Caro's.
And
I don't know if they went with us. I don't remember.
I remember Gus Sanchez was there with his cousin too.
Yes. And it was awesome. I think Juanito was there. Yeah, Isaac. What's funny is they said, all right, if you're underage, you have to wait outside.
You gotta be outside. Who was outside? Was it? I think it was Chris, wasn't it? Justin.
No. Chris was not underage. I don't know if he was there. I don't remember.
No, Justin was outside. Yeah, but it was funny because he was in the window, the screen window, looking in like this.
And Gabriel was there.
Yeah.
And I think Rena was there too, right? Or no?
I don't remember.
I remember Ruben, Gabriel, Kevin Reedy, you, Isaac, Juan, Justin, Gus, his cousin or girlfriend, whatever.
His cousin was there.
Yeah,
I remember his cousin.
And then the house, the stripper and Hector Munoz. But I remember clearly I was on the floor, Sonia, like this for the stripper to get on top of me, and Gabriel just comes and he has a wad of ones. He just was bah like that, and it was just like, And I'm just like, oh, all I saw is like slowly a $1 bill just land on my face like that. And I was like, oh,
You had some whipped cream too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've never
Yeah,
heard
but-
these stories. What were you boys doing?
It was my birthday.
Yeah, all of a sudden we're quiet. What were you guys doing? What the heck?
And they was
What
invited.
year was that? What year was that, Carlos?
2004. 2004. February
I
7th.
think I'm trying to get my life together at that time. So
Well, me too, because my mom had kicked me out of the house.
This was after the getting arrested at the mall incident. 'Cause I know you were there, Sonia. I remember.
You were there when you were working.
I was there when you got arrested at the mall.
Yeah.
You
I
even
don't
came
know,
up to
I
me and
vaguely-
you're like, what happened? I'm like, some bullshit. His bullshit. And you were like, oh my God, what happened? And yeah, you were there. I remember this was after that. So these stories was after that whole
You know
incident.
what? I think I've tried to block that. I try to block trauma out of my mind, but now that you guys mention it, I think I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
Were you?
I know you were there.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
because
Did I cry?
my friend is the one that handcuffed me.
Yeah.
What? It wasn't me, was it?
Billy Molinari.
That's Oh, how do you
Yeah.
know him?
I just befriended him. I've known him for a while, but the minute I went into the security office, he was there. He was like, "What did you do?"
Yeah,
I'm like-
you went up to me and you're like, what happened? And I was like, it's just some bullshit. This is so stupid, you know.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of bullshit because
Was this during the Nothing But Silver days? No.
No,
Sonia
it was
worked at
after,
MBS
huh?
and no, you
It
worked
was
at
like 2
MBS
years after
before
the
that.
Nothing But Silver days.
She's like, oh my god, that guy. Well, yeah,
Yes, we all know that
So-
guy, Molinari.
yeah. So I mean, I he was cool with me, so he would always come to the kiosk, and obviously remember a kiosk, Sonia? What would we do besides cell phones? We would fucking gawk at all the
Chit-chat.
girls that pass by. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then all our customers were like, oh yeah, I was just in the neighborhood and what's up? And I'm like, I see what you're doing. I'm like, if you're gonna hang out, you gotta help me sell some phones, all right? So that
Who
was the
was helping
thing.
you sell phones? Okay, what happened? Tell me the version that you can tell me, because I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is when we were working at Radio Shack. Okay, so I got a job
Yeah.
at Radio Shack in 2000 because I had, was working in the mall before that. I was working at this game store called Software Etc. at the JCPenney side. I don't know if you remember that, but I got Edgar an interview at Radio Shack. So we started working at Radio Shack. It was above Marie Callender's. You remember that? So we were there.
Yes.
We were working there from like 2000 to 2002. Like we were there for like a lot of cool stuff. I don't know. I'm sure you were there when they filmed the movie The Hot Chick.
You know what? I heard about it. I think I started working there a little bit after, and they had told me that's where they filmed it.
Yeah, we were there. In fact, I remember just a lot of the film crew coming in, asking a lot of stuff from us, like you have this. But what had happened was our boss was stealing hours from us. And I know he was doing this because he had showed me how to input hours from the employees' timesheets. And one day I did it, and he's like, no, you did it incorrectly, blah, blah, blah. You're supposed to put my hours first and then limit for anyways. He would take hours from us. We complained to our district manager.
Keep telling the story, Roger. I'm gonna get some tea.
All right.
Okay.
We complained to the district manager, and we would also do like late night inventories. I'm talking till like 2 a.m. inventories in the mall, right? And during those times, we would goof off in the mall. Like, you know how Radio Shack used to sell remote control cars? We would race them in the mall, and security would be like, "What are you guys doing?" We're just, messing around. He's like, "All right, just keep it, around your store." No, we would jump them off the escalator all the way down to the floor and come back. So we would do all this stupid stuff there at late night, and things would get missing. Things would end up missing, because we used to take shit. like batteries and all this other shit. Anyways, we would do inventory, and the inventory would come out great. Like, I would ask our bosses, how is it? How was it? How like, did inventory come out cool? Are we good? He's like, yeah, everything's fine. I'm like, oh, all right. That's when I found out that because he used to be a district manager somewhere else, and he had a disc that allowed you to edit shit. So he would edit counts.
Shady,
Dude. But once we told our district manager that he was taking our hours, that's when shit hit the fan, because loss prevention came in, and they took him out. And I know, because I was there. Edgar wasn't there. I was there by myself at the store. And they took him downstairs to Marie Callender's to have a chat. About an hour passed. They all came back except for the manager. And they pretty much told us, well, he's not coming back because he just quit. I'm like, oh. I'm like, okay. And it's like, we're going to do this. So they scheduled an inventory. And we stayed and we did an inventory like a few days later. They come back with the results and they're like, something's really wrong because there's a lot of missing cell phones, because we used to sell a lot of phones. And we're like, well, talk to our manager about it, because we don't. It's like, yeah, no, we're going to. He's all like, we're gonna have a chat with you guys here. So they took me, Edgar, and some other guy, and George, yeah, and they pretty much separated us because we had tenure there. We were like the longest from like the time working from all the other employees that were there. And they were like, listen, we know that this shit's going down. We know that there's a lot of stuff missing, and we know that you guys know. So what's going on? I'm like, dude, I don't know anything. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's like, look, man. It's like, look, man, this isn't, but we did a lot of shady shit. So they're like, yeah, either you tell us what's going on, or we're going to have some detectives at your house the next morning, and you guys aren't going to be working here anymore. So I'm like, dude, you can't, like, no, dude. And this was like at 2:00 in the morning, and we were like dead tired, and I just wanted to go home.
They had us do an inventory count starting at midnight.
Yeah.
And they saw it as an opportunity to interrogate more people regarding the $200,000 loss in inventory. Me being new, I was barely going to be as almost a year.
Yeah.
Because I had started in the fall and this happened. No, I was roughly like 7 or 8 months, I remember.
Yeah, but you had a lot of hours.
Yeah, I mean, I got my feet wet pretty quickly, and then survived an actual robbery on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, those guys wanted to come in.
But these guys came in and try to. Lucky for me, I'm like, okay, what do you guys need? We're closed, and you could tell they were just kind of like, and I'm like,
I had a mic stand in my hand in the back, like ready to go.
Yeah, and I'm like,
that's okay. When Jose was there with his wife and their newborn baby.
Yeah, and the newborn baby.
I told them, go out through the back, And they're like, oh, so shit.
Me and Roger were already seeing patterns of things to come, and I remember talking to Gabriel about it. And I'm like, hey, dude, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, these people are just getting fired and shit, fool. And he's like, oh, don't say shit, fool. And like, if they have, I should have listened to him. He's like, if they have you fucking sign shit, just say no, don't fucking sign it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I told Roger, I'm like, okay, we're going to be fine, whatever. They're not going to interrogate us, right?
Oh, and shit, yeah.
lo and behold, they took us to Cinnabon right there in the corner. And
they sat us in different benches in the mall on that side of the mall. You were at Cinnabon. I was like in front of fucking some other store on the other side, and George was like by KB. Yeah, and
Anchor Blue.
Like the guy who talked to me, some white dude, was like, "Oh, I know where you're coming from." He's like, "I'm more Mexican than you." I'm like, "What the fuck are you saying, dude?" Like, long story short,
their tactics are just not great. And
they were like, "If you cooperate with us, we'll be okay. Everything will be fine." I'm like, "I just need you to fill this out. Just sign this." I'm like, fuck, dude, fine. So I just said that I took batteries. That was it. And I'm like, that was
me too. Me too, because that was the one thing that we'd always do.
Yeah, and they're like, fine, fuck this. You know, I don't want any shit. You know, I don't want anybody at my house. I don't want to lose my job. They said all this, right? The next day, they're like, just come tomorrow, bring whatever you have, and we'll get everything sorted out. You know, so I remember we got there, and you had some cables. And I'm like, I don't know what my
it was really petty shit, and I'm just like, okay, so at what point did a $200,000 loss equate to like the $100 in fucking whatever I stole?
No, they were blaming me for the missing deposits.
They were trying to build a case on you. They felt, okay, let's get the stupid young guys to sign this shit, and then the case closed, whatever.
They charged me with embezzlement.
We went the next day. We turned in whatever, and they walked us to security. And Billy was there, and he handcuffed us, and he took us to PD right there at on Beverly. And they basically said that they were gonna press charges, and we were gonna be transferred to county. And I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, okay, we're gonna go to county. Shit. Like, I don't want to go to county. So we go to Montebello City Jail. They said they're gonna transfer us. Roger is nervous as fuck.
I got booked. They didn't even book me. I was like sitting in the holding cell for like 6 hours.
We did not even get process on you. We didn't. I don't know what the strategy was or whatnot, and they let us go on OR.
Yeah,
and then we went back to the mall to go see what the fuck, man. We were pissed. And
they were there.
I remember the girl I was kind of like flirting around with and kind of talking to Tina. She was the manager at Nextel next door. And she let us come over, and we were just telling her the story because she was curious. And and we told her, and then you see the people from loss prevention just like see us, and like they just saw a ghost. Like,
they're like, what the fuck?
And the lady, I guess that was spearheading the whole fucking investigation, was just like, come here, guys, I want to talk to you. We're like, no, bitch. We gonna go see an attorney. So lawyer up, motherfucker. So
both of you guys got handcuffed then.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We both got handcuffed. It was pretty embarrassing. I mean, we were handcuffed. You saw me, and you're like, oh, what happened?
Yes, he did. He's not lying.
And yeah,
in there for indecent exposure.
We got
I wasn't in. I was
no,
there.
Chris.
Oh, I was like, no. I'm a good kid.
What are you in here? What are you in here for? Good times.
Yeah. No, yes, I do remember. Okay, yes. Like now it's like starting to like spark up some memory, but yeah. I mean, you're right. Like I saw you guys get like, and I was like, what the hell? Like these are my
you
friends.
were there early. You were there 2002 and into 2003.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know my timeline. What's going on?
I'm cursed with a photographic memory because then I know you went to ELAC to go work there.
Yeah, I was when I started attending ELAC and working at ELAC, it was in 1999.
Was it before that? 1999? Are you sure about that? After you're in high school? Look at Kim. Kim said Chris was in there for getting too aggressive at Chico's. Dang.
Yeah, I started attending ELAC in August of 1999. And then I started working at ELAC in October of 99. But I was there for a few years.
And then you came to...
yes, like in 2000, like middle of 2002.
Yeah, so we were already there. I got hired in September of 2002. And then in May of 2003 is when all that shit went down.
Yeah.
Because remember, I took a vacation that week, and we went to the housewarming party at my friend Hector's house during that week. And then the following week is when that whole mess happened because we had a district meeting.
Yeah,
and then that's
it would never have happened if we hadn't complained. If we hadn't said anything that said, he's taking our hours. I don't know. We probably would have been there till the store would close. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Because it was pretty good money.
Don't get me wrong, Sonia. There was some sales practices that obviously to this day are deemed unethical. I mean,
But they still work.
2000. And like slam, you know what slamming people is, Sonia?
Mm-mm. No,
You
tell me.
basically you give them the whole package without them asking. It's like basically sales rape. That's what it is.
Yeah.
No consent. You just here you go, sign this shit. Not explaining nothing.
I remember one Black Friday. Was it a Black Friday? No. Yeah, I remember a Black Friday there. Montebello PD came and pointed a gun at us because we had accidentally set off the alarm. It was a silent alarm because we were opening. And we forgot to put the code in, I guess, because it's a silent alarm. And,
oh fuck!
We remember the DirecTV boxes,
crazy.
really big boxes with the DirecTV satellite dishes and stuff. We were setting up in the front, and as I was putting one up, Montebello PD with the K9 freeze, and we're like, oh shit, what the fuck? Because they thought we were stealing the shit. I'm like, dude, we work here. Like the alarm went off. Like, oh shit.
How long did you guys work there for? Like 2-3 years?
I was there for like 3 years. Edgar was there for 2. And
A Radio Shack?
Yeah, you were there for like 2 years.
No, I was September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 9 months.
I thought it was longer than that.
No, before that I was playing in a band full time. And making chump change for that group. And then I remember right after that, we were jobless for a while and we had to go.
Well, we had to find our lawyer, you know?
Yeah. And I told Gabriel about it, and he's like, "Oh, see, you guys are stupid. You guys should have gone to jail and get butt fuck." I was like,
Gabriel, dude. Oh, man. No, dude. George scared the shit out of me in the jail cell. That dude sleepwalks.
yeah, that was our friend George, our coworker, who self-proclaimed fucking best manager for like 2 days.
He fucking sleepwalks. And
I'm like, you made a schedule.
I'm like,
you made a fucking schedule. Good for you, best manager ever.
And yeah, but I mean, my mom found us a lawyer because she worked at Century City, so that guy took care of us. And luckily, he knew the judge. Like he played golf with the judge who handled our case, and they wanted to throw all the shit on us. He told me everything was like, they wanted to
fucking basically throw the book at us, and they wanted
you to get in trouble for all the missing money, all the missing inventory, whatever. You two were like in their line of sight, and they had nothing. They had no evidence. They had no video of what they said that they did, you know. And pretty much the judge was like, "Yeah, you guys coerced these guys, you know. So do you have anything else?" And they're like, "No." Well, fuck you. Dismiss the case. It's gone. You know.
Yeah, they felt stupid. They were. Yeah.
And here was the cool thing.
Like, hey, impersonating young guys, warrant. Don't get out.
I had another warrant with that company.
A bench warrant.
A bench warrant because of the Departments of Weights and Measures, and I had to go to court with my lawyer. And my lawyer said, "I'm going to represent you." And Radio Shack had sent a lawyer to represent me too. And he said, "No, you're going to represent the company. I'm representing my client." I'm like, okay. So everything was taken care of.
Wait, but why did the Department of Weights and Measures get involved?
This is why you work at fucking retail. You have to make sure that all the price tags are always correct. Because some secret shopper comes in, grabs random shit, and then you ring it out. And if anything rings out different from what it's supposed to, you get fined. And I was there by myself at that time, and I was the one who got in trouble.
Lord, this is great.
And that's when the manager said, "No, don't worry, I'm going to go to court for you. It's going to be taken care of." And
look at Kim, she's the one that Radio Shack went out of business.
And I got in trouble for it. But anyways, when that shit was done, our lawyer told me in the elevator, he said, the reason why I represented you and not them not to let them represent you is because now, after that whole shit that you guys went through, now you're free to go after Radio Shack for all this crap, wrongful termination.
And we tried, man. We tried.
And we would have gotten a huge settlement had it not been for those stupid papers that we signed.
Yeah.
You should have listened to Gabriel.
Maybe that was the plan all along too. Now that I reflect on it, because this case is fucking closed, man. But still, like I reflect, I'm like, God, we were so stupid. I know exactly what they were trying to do. Carl's like, that's why I never work retail. God bless your heart, Carl. You do not, but it does shape you long term. And I mean, me and Roger never stopped working retail until just like not too long ago. I mean, maybe like 10 years ago, maybe. I stopped working retail. Oh yeah, Kimiko worked at Wet Seal. That's right. Yeah, never again. It's crazy shit. I like to think that I hated people because of retail, but I hated people even more when I worked at the bank. Oh, it's one thing to deal with people's technology problems, right? It's another thing to deal with people's money.
Yeah, of course.
That's when I learned, oh, it doesn't matter what race, ethnicity, color, fucking upbringing, whatever, dude. That thing, money, has so much power over people. It's like a fucking hypnotism, man, that people just, man, I don't get it, dude. I mean, phones are one thing. It's a habitual. I mean, if you lose your phone, yeah, you can get another one. You lose all your money, you ain't getting it back.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's like
that's where, like you said, it's like we should have listened to Gabriel because, you know. But we were young, we were naive. We're like, dude.
But he was kind of ahead of his time too, where he knew like not to do such things. So, like at Wit, yep, working at the bank, you see the real side of people. Fuck yes, dude. It's disgusting how. And I remember having this conversation with Gabriel because he was much better at saving money than I was, and surprisingly, because I was always seeing him spend money, but he's like, something I didn't learn from him, obviously, because I was wondering, how are you able to do this all day thing at BJ's? I'm like, how does he do it?
Yeah.
For one, he saved his money and he bought a house too. So I'm just like, obviously this guy's doing something right. So slowly but surely, I was trying to immerse myself back into hanging out with him because obviously life happens, and I was trying to get my shit together, and he already had his kind of, together too. But I was the one struggling. I'm like, fuck, man. I had it was just scrambling, job hopping, not knowing where to go. And he had his ducks in a row, man. He did. And that's one thing I'm like, fuck, man. I wish I at least would have asked him about that because I didn't take him seriously when it came to that shit.
I can't do it.
And I regret that.
Money burns a hole in my pocket. I can't do it.
I remember Kim worked as a pharmacy tech at when it was Save On. La Save On.
Save On. Which one? The one on
it was in Monterey Park, I think. Monterey Park, right, Kim? She'll tell us right now. Yeah. Nadia, I used to work for the county at the tax collector's office. Oh Lord. People always trying to argue about taxes. I'm like, I just work here.
I can hear her saying that.
Dude, I never forgot my first paycheck at Staples right there on Bandini.
That one.
Yeah. I got it right, and I showed Gabriel. She worked at the one by Mickey Chance.
Oh, okay, right there on Via Campo.
Yeah. In Montebello, yeah. And La Wilcox. And I showed him, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, I worked this many hours, fool. How come they gave me this?" He goes, "Oh, it's going to pay taxes." And I'm like, "What?" So yeah, fucking the government steals your money, dick, and then they give you back at the end of the year. And I'm like, "Oh, at the end of the year, how come they just don't take it out?" He goes, "No, you have to pay them." oh, it's die. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Dick. And it was, remember, I think the minimum wage, I don't even know what the minimum wage in
Wage back then was like
in 2000 was.
Wasn't it? It was like 7.
Minimum wage.
We weren't working for minimum wage
in California in 2000.
When we worked at the mall, we were getting like $10.
Wow, it was $5.75.
Yeah, because we never worked for minimum wage. That I remember.
$5.75.
Yeah.
And I showed him my paycheck, and for one, he's like, okay, he's like, all right, Blesso, you got a job, cool. Now you gotta save your money and buy me a beer. And I'm like, well, how many? He goes, just buy me a lot, and then we'll go to Garduno's and I'll get you a DUI, DUI burrito.
DUI fries, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, what a predicament. It's a fucking barter system, right? And this asshole fucking hustled me one time for I didn't even know 32 packs of Bud Light existed till I saw that. And he said it was only like $10, right?
Mm-hmm.
He meant to say it was $10 of tax and CRV. I'm like, you motherfucker. Well, back then in like early 2000s, what, 32 pack was like, what, $14 maybe? What the price of a fancy 12 pack is now. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
See, Nadia says, oh my God, so many of our employees didn't know they have their taxes taken out. I swear I would sit on the phone and think they were payrolls always interesting with the dumb questions. Gardunos, yes. Rest in peace. That place is not there anymore.
That place is gone.
Yeah, and
I mean, it's still there. It's just closed. There's nobody working it.
And even right here in Rosemead, they had one right here on Potrero in Del Mar. And even I think before I even would frequent with Gabriel at Jesse's old pad there, that place was still closed.
Yeah, that's right. Jesse used to live right down there.
Yeah.
I remember.
Hey, Garo, good seeing you guys. We'll need to get together soon. Good night. Good night, Garo. We will see you soon. Yeah. Yeah, chili cheese fries. Actually, I love the chili cheese fries from Garduno's, and I had to find another place. And when I moved out to this side of the fucking hill in Rosemead, I discovered Jim's. And Jim's, yeah, fucking really, really good chili fries. Yeah, it's just like the only thing is, the only qualm I have with fucking chili cheese fries is you have to eat them or share them because you can't reheat those things, dude. Mm-hmm. And I remember one time at the Northside house where Gabriel used to live, he brought I think yes, Adam, Jim's is fucking bomb, dude, totally. And congratulations to the Cleveland Browns, Adam. Gabriel will be talking shit to you right now. It's like two socks. Browns look like caca color, like shit color, like what a shit. And yeah, he told me that that Cronies had the best chili cheese fries. But I never knew Cronies to be known for that. They're you know what they're known for, right?
No.
They're known for the pastrami, dude.
Okay.
You know Cronies right there on Whittier.
No.
You never ate there?
No.
Oh my God. Roger Serrano of
what do you want, man?
The land of Olympic Boulevard. You never ate there?
I told you, dude. I mostly spent my time at Whittier.
No, but you never. Oh my God! Now I have to. I think it's still open for takeout. I gotta check. But God.
No, dude. I don't want to eat any.
What's wrong with you?
I don't want to eat any of that. No.
What?
We're good. We're good. No,
we're in a music video in front of the Cronies, man.
I remember. Okay, wait, is that what that place is called? All right, yeah, now I know. Now you showed me that music
video on the corner of Graves and St. Gabriel. No, it's on Garby and like by my pad, Warren. Garby and Del Mar go down, and I believe the cross street is Jackson. There's a couple other ones too, but Wait, what did Naughty? Did you guys ever go to John's Burgers on Garfield? Since I went to Canwell, would go there. Fuck yeah.
Yes,
and
yes.
Kick Rogers' ass and Fatal Fury Special. 1,
No.
2, 3, 4, and
No,
5.
you did. No, you didn't. Shut up, Dick. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Shit. No, you know what game I couldn't beat Gabriel in was fucking Marvel vs. Capcom. I couldn't beat him in that. Him and Eddie Rivas. Fuck those guys. I want a rematch. Oh, Susana Golden Ox. Remember Golden Ox?
Golden Ox right there, yeah. On
Yeah.
But we would eat there because we worked at AT&T.
I'm like, let me get the one to clog your arteries and I could feel my blood pressure going up to 200 BPM, please. Thank you. And add some extra salt with that. Oh, so Warren said, Cronies is known for the chili dogs. I know they have pastrami. It's not my personal favorite there, but I like it. Cronies is not gone, Kim. It's still there. They had a small kitchen fire, but they're good. Yeah, Adam, fuck, man. See, all this food talk at 11:55 p.m. is getting me hungry. What the fuck? Oh, my God. Yes, I remember Ellen used to call it chonies.
Call it chonies.
Yeah.
I remember Golden Ox, and then I remember, Ari's. Ari's is still there. People always used to go to Ari's.
Yeah, their fries are good, but Edgar, the seasoning, yes, absolutely. Like my dad and grandpa was Crave John's too. It's so fucking like, Sonia's like, let's go on a food run. Fuck. Yeah, it's fucking. They have a Golden Ox in Fullerton. No shit. Expansion. Oh, Shakey's. Don't even get me. Don't threaten me with a good time, Nadia. Seriously. Look at now. I'm hungry. Yes. God, stop it with the food. Yeah.
J&S right there.
Fuck. No, and every time I would go to J&S, it reminds me of fucking Gabriel because, what did he always order? Do you remember?
No.
The breakfast burrito.
Oh, no. Okay, I need somebody to tell me the name of this place right there by Astros, down the street from Astros on Beverly, where they have some bomb-ass burritos. Is it J&S as well?
No, but J&S is not by.
I know the J&S. I know the one you're talking about. The one right there by on Garfield
and Pomona.
By
by
the golf course. I know what you're talking about.
Tams.
That's
Adam
Tams.
knows. Yeah. Thank you, Adam. Thank you.
I get the burritos there, right there.
Thank you very much. Look, they went to Kim took the girls and her children to J&S on Christmas Day. It's like a national landmark, man. It's so crazy.
Yeah, because it's only 24 hours.
His truck and went on a joyride to J&S and got breakfast burrito. I remember this. Yes. Oh, by the way, I still talk to Mr. Chavez. He's still around. He's still teaching. Dude, Gina's Pizza after school on Whittier Boulevard. Oh my God. Yeah, it used to be the beverage center. we would go celebrate Laker wins when the Lakers win the championship. We in front of the beverage center.
We used to go to Gina's Pizza to steal pinball games.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was me, Esteban, and Eric. And Esteban would go underneath and flick the switch off and on so we could play free games. And then they were like, I would be playing. He's like, you suck. And they would bump it and tilt it. I'm like, what the fuck?
So Adam is mentioning Lucifer's Pizza in Los Feliz. Fucking bomb, Roger. You will love it. Didn't they have a Lucifer's around here? Or Montebello? No, huh?
I think so. I don't know.
Roger, you will love this fucking pizza.
The only good pizza I know here in Montebello was BJ's. Was BJ's?
The one in Beverly, right?
Yeah.
The pizzeria BJ's, the one we would go and play video games and shit. I remember that.
Yeah, that one was good.
We would go deep and pitch in on a giant or get a slice and drink combo for $2. Damn. Fucking brave, bro. At Gina's?
Yeah, they had massive slices of pizza.
No, they were huge, dude. Huge.
Then again, we were kids at the time too, so.
Oh, Fermento's right there by the hospital. Have you ever had that?
No.
No shit.
No.
It's good. I had one slice from it was one of the pizza parties that we had from our district office. Very thick, dude, like really chunky, like maybe like 2 slices will probably begin to inflate your stomach. But fuck, man, it's. I met Fernando Valenzuela at Jane's back in the day. He was always at the Monument. Yes, he was. He was always at Quiet Canyon, dude. That's crazy. Oh man,
Oh,
forever it will remind me of Gabriel because that's his place. But then again, Roger has a
I wouldn't go there.
morbid memory of that place, and it
A
sucks.
really
man.
bad memory. Really bad memory. My cousin was shot and killed there.
He was. This is what 1998.
1998. Yeah.
Yeah.
He lived up the street in the hills.
Bill's son, I remember.
Yeah, and I don't know. Some guys came in. They started to start a fight or something, and he wanted to, I guess, stick up, but I don't know what happened. All I know is outside they shot him in the stomach, and he was DOA at the hospital. So never went to Rios after that. Yeah, I never. No, bad memory.
Hey, look, Christine's in the house. Gabriel took me to Jana's for my first time with Rena. I remember getting a chorizo burrito and seeing the oil drip through the paper bag. I was like, Gabriel said, that's how I know it's good. Just fucking eat it. Shut the fuck up. That's what he would say.
See, this is what I want to see. I want to see more people hop in and give us more.
Well, Carlos, our old teammate, he knows Salvatore's pregame meal consisted
You guys
of like
would eat at Salvatore's?
fuck yeah, do stacks of pasta, dude.
Fuck.
And then we would take a nap. We'd watch Conan for like the 100th time. I don't know why.
Shit.
And yeah, and I remember Gabriel complaining, fuck man, we're gonna fucking watch Conan again. I'm like, yeah, fool. And then our coach is like, yeah, fucking, you got a fucking problem with that? We're gonna fucking watch Conan for like 50 times already, all right? We're gonna fucking
Which Conan?
Game, all right?
Which one?
Conan the Barbarian.
Okay, the first one.
Oh, Conan, when they
The one with the sex scenes. Sex scenes in it. There was titties. And if you look at the other Conan, there was no titties.
Then we'd all hit the card shop next to Crystal Promotions and have a huge tournament on Street Fighter. Remember the one-armed Danny from BCP? Though?
Yeah, dude, I remember that.
I remember Danny. He was a rebel.
You guys would play Street Fighter there all the time. We would always, me and Oscar Mejia, Anthony's little brother, we would always go there to buy Marvel cards.
No, hey, that dude Danny with I don't know if it was one arm or one hand. I don't remember what his disability was, but he would murder us, dude, on those fucking games. It was frustrating. I'm like, fuck, man. Yes, Petrillo's is amaze balls. I just had that this weekend. I still have some left over in my fridge. Okay, Warren said that there was always a fight. There was always a fight in the alley right after. We'd all climb above the trash bin and call front row seats. Everybody wanted a shot at Eliseo and Ozzy Osvaldo.
Where was this? In the alley where?
Right there by the nursery in the back. Where Christmas Promotions, and I don't know. There's like a bodega there or some shit. I don't know what it is now, but there's another not Tacos El Sapo, but right there on Whittier in Westside.
If it's the
right
alley behind Crystal Promotions, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's one that we would always go to.
Fucked up shit. We used to do some fucked up. Remember, there used to be a dentist right there.
Yeah, I remember all that, dude.
And their fuse box was always open in the back of the alley, and we would flick all the switches off and run. We used to do that all the time.
I close my eyes and I hear Gabriel through you. And my dad, I've experienced so much with that man. It's like I cannot not impersonate him. Like there's so many things he would say, and Roger was there for a lot of them too in our adult life, and it was fucking comedy, man.
Yeah.
No,
dude, was, right there, what Nadia said, the Flippers arcade. Yeah. Yep. We would always go there.
Amazing. Too. I used to love it. And then do the trick to get into the fucking movie theater.
Okay, so you know who taught this to me? It was Esteban. He taught the ticket stub trick to me. And he'd be like, yeah, here, give me your ticket stub. And he would go out, get it written, so got to use the phone. And then he would bring Eric in that way. Like he would come back in.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
All three of us or whoever was there, we would go into the movie theater and just watch movies that way, dude. Yeah.
Like Carlos said, went to Janus, sat in the parking lot in the back to eat. Yup. The kitchen door open and the rats went out into the golf course like they were let out to play. Oh my God, Warren! I think Mama Petrola's actually closed. From what I remember,
Double
it was
features,
double
yes,
features.
double
Yeah,
features. Yeah, that,
when you used to have to call the number. Remember, I forgot the number was, but the guy obviously had a heavy accent, and it was like a voice recording. Remember that?
yeah, yeah.
Thank you for calling Pacific Commerce Theaters. We are located in the Whittier and Goodrich in the
To
city
this
of Commerce.
day, they still use that big pole with the suction cup to put the names of the movies on the sign.
Are you serious, dude?
It's still there, dude. You just see all the and some guy just putting up the letters, for every movie.
I know the theater got bought out or renovated by another company because wasn't it a Regal for a minute?
No, it was Pacific Theaters first. And
Yeah, I know
now-
that. But after this acquisition, I mean, once I started seeing that whole shopping center just go through like this metamorphosis of like corporatism, that's when I knew. I'm like, oh, someone's gonna lose their job.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember that theater being when I was a little kid. It was like really seedy, dark carpet.
Totally.
It was always dark in the lobby, and the names of the movies would be next to the entrance of each theater, and then it changed to Pacific Theater, and that's when it became a little bit more bright and so yeah, it's changed.
Look at what about the B bag before it became an Atacor or Pizza Land, the bomb pizza breads before the corner right there on by the Siete Mares. Do you remember that place?
Siete Mares, yeah.
Okay, but there was there was Pizza Land. Like it was okay. You know how there's like this really kind of like business like little community right there on Whittier. Saybrook's right here, and then before you hit Garfield, there's like that whole strip. Like my pediatrician was there for a long time. He's still there. He's alive, surprisingly. Siete Mares was there, and then Pizza Land were right there in the corner.
Right.
Do you remember that at all?
I don't. I remember the Siete Mares because right now, I'm just trying to think. Which direction are you talking about? Are you talking about going towards?
It was going
Garfield or going away?
Going towards Garfield.
Across the street from Siete Mares?
If I remember correctly, yeah. Because if you go, this is West Side, and then you go Saybrook, and then you have that long strip on Whittier. You pass Hay, all that shit.
Yeah, on across the street from Siete Mares. Yeah, there's like a bunch of businesses. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, El Atacoro is one of Gabriel and Moko and myself's favorite late night after party night is Pad. Yes, dude. Because you just walk up to the window, the one right there on Whittier.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
By far, dude. And
it's a drive. It's a drive up window now. Still, it's still there.
Yeah, that's the best, dude. I so many fucking times I've gone there, just blitzed out of my mind, just drive down the hill. And I'm like, I always have the same joke with my order because I speak to them in Spanish. And I'm like, yeah, let me get one of everything. They're like, okay. They're like, what the fuck, man? Oh, that shit's open 24 hours, dude. That's why.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Still go there. It's still there.
Yeah, it's a landmark, but shit, we've gone for an hour and 48 minutes. It's past midnight.
I think we could still hear some more about Gabriel. That's why it's like
anyone wants to join in and say something.
I would this is I mean the whole reason why, we wanted to do this is especially all of you who are commenting right now, thank you so much. But if you have a Gabriel story to tell, Edgar can give you the link, jump on, and just tell us, anything and everything that that just makes you feel, just share anything about him. I mean, I wish I had more stories. Like I told everybody else before when we had this other Zoom get together. It's just all I remember is childhood memories with him. If you guys have any more, bring it on. Jump on. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Just be on here with us.
I think the biggest memory I have with them is like being alone with them at the house on North Side, and it was just like dick and fart jokes, bro. It was just so mindless and fucking crazy that I to this day, like, it was like riding a bike right when we started fucking, hanging out again. And yeah, it's crazy how, like, I still kind of like, there's still a lot of things that were, like, for example, anything related to sports that reminds me of him. BJ's, of course, is gonna remind me of him forever. Saybrook Park, for sure.
Yeah.
Every time I go to my mom's, for sure.
Saybrook Park, for me, with him, that Heat Club was the best thing ever. Working concession stands. He dropped. Did I tell you he dropped a table on my toe? I remember. I just remembered that today in the Heat Club. The fool dropped the table on my toe. He's like, "Oh, sorry, Dick." I'm like, "Fucker, that hurt."
Oh, hell no. Fucking Gable. Warren, of course, man. I can go on for, I only covered like early millennium shit, man. I think once we got into like the mid, like 05, 06, we were already coming, starting to come about, and he was having a lot of parties at his apartment on Abner. And that shit was wild too. Nadia said he would come over to my apartment and we would play Truth or Dare, Jenga with my sister and some friends. And the game wasn't nasty enough, so we added all this perverted stuff on the white box. Because the blocks were red, black, and white. We used to have so much fun laughing our asses off. Fuck, man, it was crazy. Christine said, I remember taking Gabriel on his first plane ride. He was legit horrified. And as we made it a point to mess with them the whole time, tell him in the odds of a plane crashing.
Oh, that's fucked up.
All right, so check this out. Now that Christine's on here, hold on. We ended up buying him a book about the first time on a plane.
A little story picture.
So I forgot when, but Christine, Rena, me, Gabriel, and I forgot the other people that came along. But we went to Big Bear, right?
Okay.
And whatever weekend getaway and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget. It was an awesome weekend, right? But I'll never forget. We ate at a fucking restaurant, a Mexican restaurant, and the service was kind of shitty, Roger. I'm not gonna admit. But I remember Rena and Christine, they were kind of like, yeah, fuck these guys, whatever. And I'm like, okay. I didn't think anything of it. I don't know what the defining factor was or at what point they all looked at each other like, fuck this dine and dash, right?
Really?
And guess they did it, and guess whose stupid ass was still in the restroom?
Obviously.
I came out, I'm like, where did they go? I see fucking Gabriel running outside, and I'm just like, and all I heard was the lady, Gabriel, you still have to pay for your food, whatever. And then these guys were gone. And I'm like, I could easily fuck that moment up, dude. No, we bailed.
No, but I mean, you how did you just went out after they left you in the bathroom?
No, I don't know how the timing happened, but I figured that when I would come out, I would figure, oh, they weren't there, just jammed. But I saw that, and then I heard someone call for Gabriel. I already knew, I had an idea, but I bolted, dude. I was like, fuck this. But it was, dude, I almost slipped on ice because it was fucking snowing. And I was like, hydroplaning in the fucking parking lot, dude.
Was that your first time with snow?
No, it wasn't actually snowing. It was like, the aftermath. We had season tickets to the Dodger games, and I would invite Gabriel with me, and we would take off and walk around the whole stadium for a long time. My mom would always be, where are you guys? Oh my God.
Where were you guys?
You get lost at fucking Dodger Stadium, dude. And Eastmont reunion in Gabriel's honor. You guys are awesome. Wish he was here with us, but I know he's looking down all of his totally, man. I think we ran out and Gabriel fell on the icy floor. So he's the one that fell. I'm the one that fucking, yeah. Fuck, man.
Oh, Gabriel, dude, fuck.
Oh my God, my brothers did that shit to me at Hooters. Oh, that's fucked up. They sat us all apart. The waitress was a bitch, and we got, yes, they did, and they did it. They gave us cold ass tortillas, bro, like two of them. Yeah, I'm like, fuck? And like, I think I had ordered like a caldo, and it was all broth, bro.
Oh, okay.
Like one piece of like one fucking elote in there. Like it was like fucking caldo de fuck you, man. It was fucking yeah. And I'm like really? Like the fuck, man. Yeah, Ruben, that was his name. Cool guy. He was a chatterbox, so and everyone else was on their own. And then I walked in on Rena and Gabriel doing the sex. Look at that. My official date for the weekend was fucking Ruben. Oh my God. He was cool, don't get me wrong, but I was just like, dude, we were third wheel and we're like third and fourth wheel, dude, because these guys are already fucking paired up.
They all had their
I was looking for like a weekend escapade, and that wound up being a badass trip, dude. I was just like, fuck. That's when I never forgot. I think these guys stuck beers in the ice outside of the cabin, and the fucking beers instantly got cold, dude. That was pretty cool.
Well, that's what happens with ice.
Well, I never done that. I mean, I'm fucking born and raised in California. Yes, we have snow in the mountains and shit, but that was like one of my first times there, dude. So I actually experienced that type of weather with Gabriel for the first time ever. Him, Christine, Rena, Ruben. I don't know. I forgot how many people went, dude. It was fucking awesome though. But no, dude, I was I forgot how it happened, but Rena and Gabriel were in their own room and they were under the covers, bucket naked. And I don't know how I opened the door, and then all I saw was fucking Gabriel like, and then we looked over, and I was like, oh fuck. He's like, oh my God, I remember stopping at a liquor store on the way up there, and you were convincing Gabriel to buy protection. And like, y'all want to have children right now?
Wow.
Yeah, I told Gabriel, I go, make sure you get the extra small for yourself, okay? Extra small. And then I got like some fucking water balloons that were like this small, and I'm like, oh, here you go, this will fit. But yeah, it was crazy. It was like I think Christina will correct me on this. I think that's when they were all working at Target.
Target, the one what here in Commerce?
I know Gabriel wasn't working. No, the one in Alhambra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Again, my poor Rena couldn't even look you in the eye the next day. I'm like, I caught you doing the nasty, doing the sex with my best friend, and I thought he was having a seizure under your butt because it was like this. I was like, wow, you guys are so nasty. No, and then I never heard the end of it, dude, from Gabriel. It's so fucking funny. He's like, hey, fool, next time, like, just fucking knock on the door, Dick, because I don't want you to see my dick.
well, okay, so this was so obviously they were dating, of course.
I think they were already like,
were they living? Okay, because I remember we had a party we went to, and it was.
But I can't. There.
It was somewhere. I would think it was in El Serrano.
Yeah, that was the apartment. That was the apartment on Abner. Yeah, I think. Well,
were they living together there?
Yes, Rena grew up there.
Because this is when we were. This is when you and me became mobile. When I started driving, and started driving around everywhere. Hey, go here, go here, go here. I'm like, all right. And
oh my God, Christine, what the fuck? New Year's, we got Gabriel so drunk. We had what the fuck? Are you serious?
Wow.
Oh wow. Amber. No, but then let's go. What the fuck? Oh my God, man. That is crazy.
But I remember.
I never saw that. I'm like, what the fuck did you guys do to him, dude? Just like fucking Barney from the Simpsons. Just injected it to my veins.
No, you used to always get on his. You used to always push his buttons with your guitar.
Because I
Because
named my red guitar.
I remember Rena having red hair at the time.
Yes.
And you had a red guitar.
Yes.
You named it Rena.
Yes.
I'm like, why do you call it Rena? I'm like, hey, did you like Rena? No, it's just because it's red. I would be like, hey, I'm gonna go play with Rena now, and Gabriel would be like, shut up, stupid.
Look it. They had to throw him in the shower just to wake him up. What the fuck? Whoa. Damn, you guys try to kill this motherfucker's like 9 lives, man. Fuck.
Crazy.
What year was that? Shit.
No, I mean the New Year's.
I'm good with years.
I think they're. No, I think they're. She's asking what year.
Oh, the New Year's. No, because I heard about the story before. But I think it was like 2004 or 2003, something like that. The next day, we picked him up from Alhambra Hospital. He was so pissed that we took him. I think he was more mad because no one stood with him. Oh man. Probably it was so, dude. Can you imagine being so fucked up, right?
No.
That you got to take someone to the hospital and you're there that fucked up.
How could you?
My friend is pretty fucked up. I am too, but I think he needs help right now. Can you put him inside? I have insurance. Possibly 2002. Yeah, but what were we doing New Year's Eve 2002, Roger? Do you remember?
Yeah, I can tell that story.
No, we went to some party with Emmanuel and Terry, a New Year's Eve party, and we couldn't party hard because we had to work the next day.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember.
Bullshit.
Maybe I.
And the next day was dumb.
I don't remember.
It was worthless. I was like, man, I really want to get trashed right now, but we got to open the goddamn store, dude. Just Roger and Edgar. Fuck, man.
Yeah, no, I honestly don't remember.
Kim's like, I broke up with him right after his graduation for obvious reasons. I think there was a gap there. I remember because he met Rena in, I want to say 2001. Late, I can't remember. This is the whole blind date thing that was set up for him for Rena. I think Rena's prom. Because we had to go drop him off at the apartment, and I never met Rena, but I told Gabriel straight up. I'm like, all right, Christine said 2000. I told Gabriel straight up, oh, hey, Dick, if she's ugly, fool, we'll come rescue Dick. Don't worry about it.
Who took him? Was it? It
was Jesse. He was driving the big green Suburban, the green machine we used to call it, because dude, there's literally no seatbelts in that thing.
Because I remember when I first met her, we went to that apartment. It was you and me, and yeah, I was driving the Nova. And
the 74 Nova. Yeah. It was for I think it was one of his birthday parties, because he would always throw a birthday party on May 31st.
Yeah.
Or that weekend of, or whatever. And I don't know which one you went to, but God, I think it was 03 or 02. I don't remember quite frankly, but we would always get trashed there, dude, all the fucking time.
Yeah, I know. I remember that party. There was another party. Yeah, go ahead.
No, and that little alley in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it is, but it's the train tracks, I think. Not the train tracks, but where everyone would go fucking spray paint. I would always catch people spray painting while I was taking a piss in the back, dude. Kim said, okay, I'm off. I'm crashing. Good night. Good night, Kim. Love you. But yeah, it was always the bonfire. Me and Chris fucking duked it out, all drunk. I don't remember.
Was that the one in the lawn, in the front lawn?
Yeah, it was funny because I was talking to Chris about it today, and he's like, "Remember when we fought at Gabriel's?" I'm like, "Yes, Dick, you're the one that fucking punched me in the face, asshole, because you're burning your hand in the bonfire." So, yeah, I was pretty fucked up. And I'm just like, "Oh God, dude! Like, dude, we should have killed each other a long time ago."
He was flicking bottle caps. I think he was flicking bottle caps.
Do you remember that? You remember that clearer than I do. I
he
don't
was
remember that.
flicking bottle caps at people, and you got pissed
Was
off.
that him?
I think it was Chris. Yeah, I'm trying to say that. I'm trying to think that it was him. But yeah, I remember something.
I remember they came back bickering that first night of meeting at prom, and they never stopped bickering after that. Gotta go, fellas. Great Gable stories. Have a good night. Always, man. Plenty. That's the crazy part, because then I don't know, man. Like I when he was first dating Rena, I'm like, okay, she's cool. And then slowly but surely she just grew on me. And and then I'm like, okay, because she's quiet. She's really reserved.
Yeah.
But she would always open up when Christine was around. That's the one thing I noticed. I'm like, if I just get you in your element, you'll and then for a while there, I was crushing on her friend across the street named Andrea. Mm-hmm. And I didn't stand a chance with this girl. I mean, I was probably, she was way out of my league back then. But she kind of like, I don't know what happened. She kind of discouraged me from kind of pursuing that. And now I know why. So yeah, thanks to Rena, man. I think Christine also discouraged me from that too. I was like, she's like, no, because I was, they're like, oh, you're a good guy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got a wild side. I take the bus, and I don't use the transfer, bitch. But nonetheless, man, I mean, I got so many memories of fucking Gabriel, but
I think we should share some more on another session.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of more. I mean, that's just the early 2000s into the mid, and that's not even covering like the times I worked at the mall as a adult, and then already fucking dating my now wife Jen. Mm-hmm. It's crazy because like, there's a big gap in between because life happened, and then I had to kind of like scramble to kind of catch up. And then, the X factor obviously was Jesse because he was the one that's always bringing us together. But I remember he would always invite me every year to BJ's, every year. Because BJ's opened in 2007. Do you remember that?
Yeah, because we went there because we would always go to the one in West Covina.
Yes, exactly. Gabriel was the first friend I made when I walked on a campus. I was the newbie, and he was quick to befriend me. We love him for his kindness. Absolutely. I was telling Roger when you fell asleep, great. I didn't find out Gabriel was married. He almost told me in 2005. Fuck Hector, man. Asshole. If you're watching this, fuck you. Dick. Asshole. Caca. Rena, the knuckle. Yes, Garcia Ariana. Yeah, the knuckle, because she would always be like this.
Really?
Yeah, she would do this to drivers that would cut her off on the freeway. The fist, the knuckle.
What'd you say?
She's quiet, but she'd give Gabe that stone cold look, and he'd fall back in line real quick. Oh man. Well, shit. We'll save some more. I finally had the gall to fucking step in front of the mic and just kind of talk about them after just going through it like the whole week. Now I'm at peace with it because it's been a week. But still, I mean, that's how I'm gonna remember him. I mean, obviously, I do a great fucking impersonation of him, so that's never gonna leave. Yeah. But thank you everyone who joined in. Thank you everyone who participated and commented and paid their respects and whatnot. He would be tuned in right now too, because he would tune into all the episodes.
Yeah, I did not know that he would actually put it on the big screen in his house. Like he
said he did that on numerous occasions, and fucking dude, I think he interrupted like a movie one time on accident or some shit.
Oh, really?
Like my big ass face. Yeah, I was like, you did not do that. I go, fucked up. I don't give a fuck. I want to see a podcast.
He was my number one fan.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Thank you, Warren. His memory is alive still. It's not going to end. Look at Nadia. I have it on the picture too right now.
Oh.
But
I
thank
want to
you
hear
again,
more
everyone.
Nadia stories too. So yeah,
We got to have her on the podcast.
we gotta have her on here.
Nadia, next one we do, we got to have you on there.
You need to be on here. Yes.
So, but again, thank you, everyone. We'll be seeing you soon. And yeah, rest in peace, Gabriel. Rest in paradise. I will fucking cherish you forever. And this is not goodbye. This is hello. That's what I like to say. Because he's still here.
Yeah.
So.
No, he's here. Remember, keep an eye out for hummingbirds. To all of you who's really close to him, that's my belief. But you know, you'll soon see it. I mean, it happened to one of you already. So, just remember how he makes you laugh. You know, that's
absolutely.
That's all I could remember. I could just remember, you know, how he would make me laugh, and I'm gonna take that with me. I'm gonna take that with
100%. Absolutely. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining in. Take care. Have a great week. And peace.
Yeah, thumbs up right there.